All right, here we go for YouTube. What up, YouTube?
What up, Tube? See, shrinking
there you
everything.
go. There you go. Shortening it again.
What up,
YT?
What up, YT?
Nah, that's not really shortening it.
Just Tube.
Just Tube.
The Tube.
What up, Face? What up, Tube?
What up, Face? What up, Tube?
All right, you ready to rock and roll?
Let's do it.
Let's do it in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to another episode of Business Bros. What up, ladies and gentlemen? Hernan Cias, host of the Business Bros podcast, along with my co-host,
The insurance bro, James Cias with Pipeline Insurance.
What up, ladies and gentlemen? We got a fun show to you. No guest.
No guest.
No guest
So
today.
that's even better.
That's even
No, it's not. No, it's not. Let's be honest.
No. You guys always want to hear other people's stories. So we get to do a nice little fun recap episode, talk about the cool stuff going on here in sunny San Diego. We get to talk about a bunch of different stuff. I'm super excited.
Yeah?
For today. But before I share with you why I'm super excited, I got to remind you guys, 365 pairs of shoes by the end of the year. So if you have a new pair of shoes, used shoes, you want to donate cash, hit James up, 619-884-0045 or james@csfirst.com. He'll hop on his Harley right over there and pick those bad boys up, give you a hug, maybe add you to a Instagram, Snapchat story, whatever. Or Instagram, Snapchat story? Whatever. I don't think he has Snapchat. I don't think you have a Snapchat, huh?
No, I don't have a Snap.
So it'll be an Instagram story if you'd like. If not, if you want to remain anonymous, you can do it that way too. And look, we got the thermometer up. We didn't actually tally up what we got so far, but we got the thermometer up.
Your camera a
there we
little
go.
bit.
Thermometer is up. We just haven't quite filled it in yet, but it is up. So we'll be, tallying the data, and we'll see where we're at. Going to start giving away some shoes here in the middle of the year, and then we're gonna go from there. So again, James 619-884-0045 or james@csfirst.com. He'll right over there on his Harley and pick them up. By the way, he also does insurance. So if you need your home, your life, your business, you want to add insurance into your particular business, hit him up 619-884-0045 or james@csfirst.com. Boom! Let's rock and roll.
Let's rock and roll. What do we got today?
All right, dude. First of all, those of you paying attention to my Instagram story, I do got damage.
Oh, my goodness.
I thought I was, my son. Okay, so at the house, I'm in my backyard. It's kind of at an incline, so it has a not a steep hill, but it has a little bit of a hill. And he hops on his scooter, and he always rides down this little trail, and it looks fun, right? And so
and he's so good at it. He makes
awesome.
It look easy.
He makes it look easy. Yeah, exactly. He makes it look easy. So I was like, oh, cool. I'm gonna hop on this thing and do it myself. And I was doing fine. At the very end, I hit a rock, and I was like, going down, and hit the ground, rolled. I got a nice little gash on my knee, nice little gash on my elbow. Ego was pretty hurt.
Your ego was hurt more than your body was?
My ego was definitely hurt more. So, if I've learned, I could have hit it and just, not said anything, put a Band-Aid on it and get up and kept going. But I thought, what a perfect opportunity to show my vulnerability to the rest of the world. And, so I posted on my Instagram, and I, dumbass move, and look at me, I'm an idiot. Trying to be fun and young. So yeah, that happened. That happened yesterday.
That happened. Oh my goodness. So yesterday we had somebody come in who had just gotten a tattoo on his arm, and you were just trying to match him. And
I wanted something to
get
represent
a gravel
me,
tattoo.
right? Yeah, exactly. So gravel tattoo, nice little scar going to be popping up on the elbow. Oh my goodness!
Right, and I'm over here laughing. So Nan shows me this as soon as I walk in. I saw the story like earlier today, and he shows me as soon as I walk in, starts telling me the story of he's going down the hill, and I cannot help but to think of this old picture of him back in second grade with a big old scab on the side of his nose because he went down the hill somewhere else. And I was like, man, you didn't learn your lesson back in second grade? Come on, man.
Dude, I don't know what I was thinking. But it was fun. I mean, I did munch it. I've been doing, I know exactly what I'm thinking, what I was thinking now when in hindsight, of course. So recently I went to Texas for my last quarterly meeting for Pipeline, right? And then the other day I went to Balboa Park morning of the Pride event, and I was riding around in a scooter, right? Because I just had to get around downtown. So I was like, scooter, little scooter, no big deal. It's all the same. And no, it was not all the same. And I wasn't even going nearly as fast as the scooters that you rent. I wasn't going very fast. I just didn't,
You just hit a rock. I mean,
munched it, dude.
It doesn't take much.
So anyways, that was the story for yesterday. We got some cool stuff going around. We just had Pride this last weekend. How did that go? I know you had a big event over in Bankers Hill.
I did, and it was so much fun sitting up there on the rooftop. By the way, Anthony Manzon, my apartment building is right across the street from your office, and that rooftop right there where you were taking your Spider-Man pictures, you can see my rooftop right there. Boom. And that's where the party was, man. It was happening. It was dude, absolutely happening.
I was looking at your Instagram stories, and you guys were having a good old time over there.
So good, so good.
Shout out to Arnie and the karaoke stuff.
No, Arnie wasn't there. He couldn't make it, so we actually had some other friends bring, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Not professional style karaoke equipment, but it was a lot of fun anyway, and just a lot of people helped out, actually made that happen. And I keep saying it, like, I didn't make that happen, and I gotta say this. One thing that I'm going to strive to do, something that I actually learned from that whole experience, is understanding and realizing that even within pipeline insurance, very little of that is me. You and our partner Jimmy, you guys give me a lot of credit for a lot of the things that I do, and I mean, sure, I do quite a bit. I spend a lot of time in that office. But the fact of the matter is, I would not be anywhere if it wasn't for Deidre and Corey and Julia and Gustavo and Umberto and I like so many names. I gotta go. There's like 40 of them, and just I wouldn't be anywhere without everybody that contributes and makes the things happen. So to everybody at Pipeline, all of our Pipeline agents, every single one of you, mwah, love you guys. Keep doing what you're doing.
Isn't it funny how that works though? Like honestly, our insurance agency, the only reason why it functions is because we're there to support the people that are actually out there producing and giving them the tools and anything they need to be successful. Like, that's your job, right? Every day is just a matter of what do you need in order for you to succeed, and then you go out and solve that problem. You're doing nothing but being of service to them and helping them be more successful. I just saw a post from Zabi. Zabi just hired a personal assistant to help in the business get organized, because Zabi has a lot of creative ideas, but I'm sure, like most people, he has things that he sucks at, and it's probably getting organized, right? I mean, let's face it. Zabi's organization skills are probably not that great, but he reached out to somebody to help him plug that hole, right? Somebody who is going to be organized to do that. And the cool thing about his organization, by the way, is if you guys ever watch his stuff on Facebook or Instagram, he's always trying to help his employees reach their level of success, right? To be better at what it is that they do. And that, I think, is what the core to any good business model or any good employment model is I hear Gary Vee say it all the time. He's like, dude, I'm putting out fires all day long because I'm trying to find the fires. I want to sit down with my employees and be like, what can I do to make you awesome at your job? Right? What can I do to help you succeed? And if a good leader, if a good business owner is doing that with his staff, then of course it's going to be much better. Your employees feel like they're heard. Your subcontractors feel like they get the tools that they need to be successful. They're not going to want to go anywhere. They're going to want to continue to thrive in that environment because you're there to support them. You got their back. You know that you can't do everything yourself. I know there's things that I'm good at and there's things that I suck at. And the same thing with everybody else. They know what they're good at and they need help with the other things. And if you can reach out to them and say, those things I'll help you take care of, you're going to build a powerful team. And I think that's what we're doing with Pipeline. That's why we always say, like, if you guys have a particular business that you want to add another line of business, you want to add insurance into your particular business, maybe you have an insurance agency, maybe you have a tax agency, maybe you have a real estate office, maybe you have mortgages, you want to add another line of business, you want somebody to come in and not only help you add that line of business, but provide the back end support so that that line of business thrives. And that's, one of the things that we really pride ourselves in is we get you from not having a license to getting a license, to getting trained, to supporting your back end so that you can be a fully functioning line of business, so that you can provide that additional service to your clients, which is ultimately what you want, right, in your particular business.
That's exactly it. And, there are so many things that it takes to really run a successful agency. And a lot of things that, in my 5 years, some things should have been more obvious than they were. And there are things that I haven't even started to think about yet. And that's just the way it works. But one of the things that I absolutely love about our agency is that we have so many different minds and so many different people working at all of this all together. So it's like a combined effort to continue to make this the most, I don't know, how do I want to say it? Just the easiest way to join an agency and be part of something that is not only going to give you the opportunity to sell up front, but is also going to button up the back end and make sure that you have all the supporting people to make sure that you're not losing business after you've already sold it. And that's a huge part of the insurance industry.
Well, I mean, in also developing a culture where people want to be at this place, right? Mm-hmm. Like that's huge. You might have an industry where you're providing some support, but you don't have a open communication line between your staff and your management, or your technicians and your management, however you're situated. You need to have a method or something in place where you have that open communication. And we do trainings every single day, Monday through Friday. You have a call set up where agents can hop on, and they're going to talk about, every day's topic's a little bit different. But let's be honest, at any given day, they can hop on a call and ask a general question, and they'll get an answer. And the beauty of that is that not only does that agent get the answer, these are recorded sessions, and we share them out with all our agents.
Right.
So if you're not on the call, you might have a question that gets answered that'll answer something that you're looking for. So it's just a ton of content that we're creating within the agency, so that you can have resources to go back and get questions answered that you didn't, you might not have yet, or you had something come up that you might have a problem with, and boom, there's an answer there for you right there, or at least somebody you can talk to, on top of just picking up the phone and calling you, or sending you an email or Slack message or whatever it's going to be. So, those types of communication things, I think, are things that you should embed into you should figure out how to do with when you start implementing staff, when you start taking that next step from being a solopreneur, right, doing things on your own, and now you're going to add people that are going to work under you. Remember that your job is to be of support to them. Just like in your business, you're talking to your clients, you're there to be of support to your clients, right? Your clients have problems, you're there to provide solutions to those problems via your product or services. When you bring on an employee, those people you need to support also. You need to make them feel like they're important, like they are, what their job is, what they're doing in the company is valued, and that when they have a creative input to make that better, you're there to hear that creative input and support them.
That's exactly true. And it's so appropriate that right now the book that I'm listening to, the audio book that I'm listening to, is called Help Them Grow or Watch Them Go. And that's exactly what the last chapter that I was listening to was saying, is the number one thing that employees want from their employers, from their managers, from their supervisors, is the ability to use their talents, or to use their gifts creatively, to use their skills creatively. And I think that that's definitely something that we are encouraging. And just for one example, Julia Ross, one of our pipeline agents, go check her out on Facebook, Julia Ross Insurance Agent. She has been participating in the 33 Story Days. Also, again, a shout out to Brian Landeros. I started doing this 33 Story Days to get myself to putting out more and more of my own content, just getting out there and getting in front of people, telling them what it is I do, because as you know, Arnie pointed out to me that he didn't even know what I did. He didn't know that I had the podcast. He's like,
James is cool. I don't know what he does, though.
Exactly. So, I've been encouraging our agents to do the same thing, and they have been. And it's been really cool to see Julia taking a lot of really, really good content and just putting it together and writing it out. It's not a video. It's not, stories necessarily, but she's definitely putting out a lot of great content, a lot of good information. So I'm going to tag her here so everybody can check that out.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the thing, is we all have different creative mediums, right? So we do the podcast, and that works for us. Other people, Jose, for example, does the visionary media stuff. He does video. That's how he presents his things. Maybe it's Photoshop and it's still frame and pictures, right? Maybe it is writing out your content. content, whatever it is that your creative medium is, you're going to want to use that. And when you hire staff, they're going to have their own creativity. They're going to learn your processes, your systems, your procedures that you want them to implement. For sure, there's always something that you want them to do on a regular basis, and having that structure in place, those are the daily things that need to get done. But as they continue to do these things, you want them to take their creative thought process. They're doing something on a regular basis, and they're going to see a better way of doing it or a different way of doing it that you maybe didn't see. And if you allow them to help mold the system, the system's going to get better. I got to give a shout out to Corey, our admin at Pipeline. I mean, when Corey came on board, he literally sat in our office and learned stuff, and he wasn't even being paid, and he would come in every day to learn about insurance. He got his license. He was, and then, slowly one admin left, and he had learned everything that admin was doing, and boom, he moved right into the admin position. And from where it was then to where it is now, I mean, I would honestly say that Corey knows more about the intricacies of how Pipeline operates than anybody in the company.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like he's the MVP for me in my mind. Like, if I ever have any question, I need a carrier researched, or I need a policy found, or whatever, I always go to him. He's my number one. As a matter of fact, we're in the process right now of using our virtual assistants to take things off his plate, to open him up to doing more of his creativity, to structuring more of the things that he's done and things that he wants to implement, because he understands the system better than any of us, because he works the system
every day.
Yep. And that's, when you do bring on staff, you want that kind of relationship. You want them to be so embedded in the process and love what they're doing so much because they've had that much input that they're not going to go anywhere, right? They're going to stick around because they own it. This is their thing. This is their baby, and they're going to make it much better. They want to see it succeed. Yeah. Because they're so vested. Yep.
For sure. I have nothing else to add to that. That's exactly what it is. I mean, and that's how we have built the agency. Is we want to give everybody autonomy and ownership over everything that they're doing. There's a lot of things that we're doing on the back end to make sure that things are easy for everybody that's on board, but by that same token, everybody has the opportunity to go out and do things on their own and add to what we're doing in their own creative ways.
And share it. Right? Because that's the key thing, is they're going to be like, this is what's really working for me. You should try it. Yeah. And that's the openness of what we bring to the table. Hey, I wanted to kind of shift gears here a little bit. I mean, don't get me wrong, the insurance company's phenomenal. We're having so much fun. If you guys if you're interested, hit James up 619-884-0045 or james@csfirst.com. If you need insurance, I mean, you can see the back end, all the different agents that we have. We can partner you up with a specific agent, or we'll just help you out directly. Either way. But I wanted to have a little bit of fun and go into a little different medium. Comic-Con is right around the corner, Ham.
Oh, yeah,
It's coming up. And I wanted to invite all of you to check out the YouTube channel, our YouTube channel. We have a video from last year's Comic-Con. This is where James and I were kind of deciding whether it was going to be podcast, whether it was going to be video. I mean, we still hadn't quite decided exactly which route we were going to do. So we grabbed a video camera, we bought a microphone, and we went out to Comic-Con. Like, literally, we ordered that stuff like 2 days before Comic-Con happened. Right, yep. And we were like, we're going to make this happen. So, I suited up, and we went out there, and we interviewed characters, right? Cosplay characters. Yep. And we just basically were like, hey, man, we have this podcast, and we just want to do an interview with you guys. You guys down? They're like, hell yeah. And then we'd ask them business questions, like something insurance related or something business related. It was freaking funny because a lot of these guys stayed in character the whole time. Like, I would even try to throw trick things in there, like asking Thor if he's like the god of thunder or something, right?
The Lord of Lightning.
Oh, I asked him Lord of Lightning, right?
Come on, man.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot. I mixed those things up.
We literally watched 17 Marvel movies last weekend.
No, but when I asked him the wrong way. And he corrected me, right? Yep. And that's what I'm saying. Like, he corrected me exactly like I was like that. Or like I talked to Tony Stark and I was trying to compare Tony Stark to Bruce Wayne. And he was like, who? Like, I don't know who that guy is, right? Like, I mean, it's cool stuff like that.
Different universe, buddy.
Yeah, different universe. And I know, we all know as human beings they're different universes, but the guy stayed in character and that was super awesome. And Comic-Con's coming around the corner. So we're going to go out there and do it again on Thursday. Thursday around 1 o'clock. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to do the interview process again. I'm going to have our media team, our visionary media team, to come out with us. So it's going to be a better quality video. It's going to be better audio. It's going to have so much more fun. But the MO is going to be kind of the same. And we're going to see what happens. So if you guys are going to be out in downtown and you're going to be in costume, just check us out. I'm going to post it on Instagram when I'm on my way over there. We're going to post on Instagram where we're going to be. I'd love to come out and say hi to you guys, see you, everybody in their costumes, and check out downtown. There's so many cool things to do out there. Check out Katon's post on different activities, different food things, different stuff going on around downtown if you're not going into Comic-Con, because I know going into Comic-Con you had to get your tickets way in advance and not everybody gets them, but there's so many cool things to do in downtown. And just to go people watch. I mean, if you're not the type that's going to get into costume, you don't have to. But if you are, I mean, it's a really cool time, right? I mean, tell me how many wickedly cool costumes you saw out there.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, that's like half the fun of Comic-Con for me. All I need to do is grab a seat at like a nearby bar and just watch. I love watching all the different cool costumes. The mashup costumes are probably some of my favorites. And the Marvel ones, of course. But whenever they mix some things up, or some of the video game ones where they have like these big gigantic styrofoam swords and
Well, even things like Quill with the "I'm sorry," like just, little things, little inside jokes. If you watch the movies and if you pay attention to whatever those types of things, they're fun stuff to catch up on. And everybody's very nice. Like you'll give high fives going down the road. Everybody's like, "Yeah, good job," or "I love your costume," or "Let's take a picture." Everybody's really social, really open.
You know what's going to be crazy this year?
What's up?
All the people that are going to be supposedly storming Area 51.
Oh, what?
That's
Wait, tell me about that.
Wait,
I don't know. No, I didn't hear about that. Tell me about that.
Oh, yeah, dude. There's like 400,000 people that have signed up to storm Area 51 on September 20th.
What?
Yeah, dude. Like,
why?
Because they're like, they can't stop us all or something like that, right? And they're like, we want to see the aliens.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
So, Paul, right? They want to check out Paul.
Yeah, Paul. or Will Smith's...
Yeah.
Could have been at a barbecue.
Exactly.
Oh no, but yeah, there's like 400 and something thousand people last I checked that have all signed up that are supposedly going to storm Area 51, to the point that the U.S. government actually issued a statement and said we are prepared to defend ourselves and
foreign and domestic, right?
Yeah, foreign and domestic. So basically,
don't be storming Area 51,
dude.
Don't storm a military base, dude.
Please don't be a dumbass.
But I want to see the aliens.
Just don't do it.
Well, you're going to make your way to heaven if you start storming bases.
Right?
So
you're going to get beamed up to somewhere.
Yeah, you're going to get beamed up to somewhere. Be safe, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we all want to know. We all have curiosities. Play along with the conspiracy theories and enjoy it. All right, dude. So, Comic-Con. Thursday is when we're going to be out there. Yes, the event is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but Thursday around 1 o'clock is when we're going to be in downtown. And we're going to record for a few hours, and then I got to get back because we got to do a podcast that day. Yeah. So and then we'll post the video. We're going to try to do a quick turnaround time so that it's out and about during the hype of Comic-Con. And just have some fun with it. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, Joe says he wants to join you. He says he wants in.
I'll see you there.
Yeah. Come on down. There. Now you know the time, so you just have to reach out to Nan and maybe meet him there. Yeah,
exactly. Reach out or, follow us on Instagram. We'll tell you exactly where we're going to be. And remember, guys, I'd love for you guys to check out and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've we have like over 150 videos because we didn't start YouTube off right away. But you can check out the Comic-Con video. Just look up Business Bros Comic-Con, and it should be Thor, and you'll see my mug on there.
And there's one thing that I'm going to say to this too. So when we did that video, last year. It was before we even started the podcast. Like we were, like you said, we were debating whether we were going to do a vlog or, you know, exactly what we were going to do. So it was me behind the camera and Nan out there, you know, interviewing people. And I'm going to just say that was probably your first time ever interviewing.
Ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so weird for me because I was not used to being on camera, not used to hearing my own voice, and not really knowing how to interview people or talk to people.
Yeah. And so I am just going to say, to your credit, you have come a long way. I mean, where you are today when it comes to interviewing people compared to where you were a year ago, I cannot wait to see the difference this year. And I know you're going to do
It's going to be
awesome.
a fun time.
I know it's going to be awesome, dude.
All right, ladies and gents. Also, reminder: I'm here to answer any types of questions you have. So, people have been reaching out to me to ask things like, "How do I start a podcast?" They've been reaching out to us about different business opportunities. They have different ideas on what they should post on Instagram, what they should post, when who to go to for video stuff, who to go to for real estate stuff, who to go to for insurance. We're here to be of service to you guys. That's what it's all about. So, if you guys ever have any questions, Hernan@csfirst.com is my email. 619-884-4915 is my phone number. But you guys can reach out to us on any of the social media feeds. That's usually how people get in contact with us, at Business Bros Pod. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn. I'm starting to work that profile too because
nice.
We should.
Yeah, no, I know. I've been thinking the same thing. I've been talking with some fellow insurance agents about that. Something that I think I've realized is that a lot of our real estate agents live in the Instagram space, but I think a lot of our insurance agents and insurance professionals live in the LinkedIn space more than Instagram.
So we do have a LinkedIn. It is hooked up to our podcast, so all the episodes get posted on LinkedIn also. So you'll find it there, but we haven't been really interacting as much there. And so, that's one of those things I'm like, okay, I need to at least be checking it, conversating, answering messages. Because there were some messages when I went in there today, and I was like, oh, maybe I should have been checking this a little more often. So so LinkedIn is going to be, the next platform that we'll be working on between LinkedIn and YouTube.
Are you doing that on your own personal name, right? Not as Business Bros?
It's at Business Bros Pod.
Yeah? Oh, yep. Okay.
So it's already there. It already exists. So you guys are welcome to interact there. We're going to be working a little more on that. So, but again, if you guys have any questions, maybe there's something we don't even know about. If you're interested in starting a podcast, there's this new app. I don't know how new it is, but it's pretty cool. I'm looking at it. I'm doing a little more research on it. It got sent to me by Jose over at Visionary Media. If you're thinking of monetizing your podcast, so far it looks like it's a really cool platform. It's called Anchor. So go ahead, check it out. Makes it super easy to start your own podcast and just figure out if it even works for you. I mean, I think it's a great medium. It's been fun. We've been consistent doing it on a regular basis, but maybe you only want to get started and test your waters to see if it's something that you even want to do. Check it out. Anchor, you download the app, you get yourself going, and you're ready to rock and roll. So, anything else you got for today?
No, I was trying to see if anybody had a question for us. I definitely threw that out there. Hashtag Ask the Bros, who has a question for us today. But nobody said nothing. So
yeah, it's kind of a funky day. But
a little bit. I mean, we got a lot of people, saying hi, give shout outs to everybody, but
no questions today.
No
but
questions.
That's okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to make sure we remind you guys 365 pairs of shoes by the end of the year. So if you have new shoes, used shoes, or you want to donate some cash, 619-884-0045, James at csfirst.com. He'll hop on his Harley right over there, pick them up, and we are going to do the shoe count and put that on the thermometer sometime here in the future, very, very near future. So again, if you guys have any questions, we're here to help you. We're looking forward to seeing you at Comic-Con, and again, make sure you guys check out our YouTube video for last year's Comic-Con. Leave some comments. I'd love to hear what you guys thought about it. Was it funny? Was I an idiot? Which character did you like the most? I'd love to hear it. That's all we got for you guys today. Peace.
Bye-bye.
And I'm out. Bye, Facebook.
Bye, Facebook. We love you. We appreciate you.
Later, face. Later, tube.
Later, face. Later, tube. This guy.